Okay. Okay, this is okay. Yeah, so I thought I'll press a button, then I'll dry my hair while it's doing this thing. But apparently, streamer button start when I clicked it. So let's just skip the countdown. Though I still have to dry my hair. Or rather, I have to brush my hair. It will dry by itself. So, no countdown today. New music. So I was still thinking like, oh, should I wait 5 minutes now? Maybe I should change that back to 3 minutes. A part of the reason though is that it starts to add, so we don't have to have that in stream, the first one. So I got my breakfast too, but we also got a package. Right, I was going to get my other phone too while the countdown was going. I'll just go do that. So let's put on the music for a few seconds. Actually, if we do... Right, I just realized something. Yeah, so when I changed the audio volume here, I did it for both. Yeah. So let's see here. So we're going to open my onboard. These are the things I'm doing while the countdown's going, right? So, yeah, I'm getting my own phone. Welcome to my stream where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In this stream of knowledge, together we'll grow. So I also haven't pulled up my curtain so it looks dark in here. There. Yeah, so got out the phone, it's starting. The camera. I have still to put on my socks too. You caught me too earlier. So there. All right. So this one goes this way. Let's loosen this. My God. Yeah. So since we got some mail, we need a camera here, right? See if I can tighten this one. Yeah. Whew. Power cable. This is what I got. But I will have to start eating a bit at least first and get my socks on. So that should have been a 5-minute countdown. Now I'm stretching it out even for talking. Right? So, oh yeah. So these socks says right and left. Running socks. So I'm going outside later.
So what I had planned for Monday, when I got the meeting, it will be today instead. I'm going to explore that place, the new climbing place. So I'm dressing for doing that. There. So let's get some recently out of the freezer bread. I love this bread. Well, I love it for a bit, then I didn't eat it for a bit, just to not like make it too. Also, a store runs out of it quickly for some other reason. So, there, we got stream control too. So the setup stuff is done. Except for I want to dry my hair with a hairdryer. So just a few bites and my tummy's ready. Yes, I tried to get the TTS started, but I don't get the reconnect thing. I've disconnected it, but it doesn't reconnect. Just make sure there's not several of them. And I would really like this to work until...
Adis_XF says
Hi.
hello.
Welcome in. So, until we do the IRL stream later, I would really like the TTS to work so I can hear chat. Yeah. So let's get the
Adis_XF says how are you?
I'm great. How are you? Good morning or whatever time zone it is. So let me fix this a bit.
Adis_XF says great.
Something like that maybe. And I'm going
Adis_XF says where are you from?
I'm from Sweden. I'm in Sweden. So where are you? It's nice to, you know, be able to connect with people from all over the world. So let's see.
Adis_XF says I'm from Turkey.
Yeah, nice. So let's see. If I go to the desk now, you can see my bread and my yogurt. And a bit of the mic. My cute blue. Which is not blue, of course, but...
Adis_XF says how old are you?
Oh, that's the question you don't ask a woman. So it's kind of in the nose, if you look. There. So we got this to unpack in a bit. But first I'll just need a few bites of food because I'm very hungry. This is great. So
Adis_XF says bon appetire.
Are you in the same time zone as me, or are you a bit off from it? I know. Yeah, no. We're kind of close, but I don't know about the time zone, about the alignment. But Turkey's much warmer.
Adis_XF says I'm close to Russia.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's not nice to be close to Russia. Though we're kind of close to Russia too, but we have Finland in between there, so that's... Poor Finland. So I actually still have the kind of relevant thing.
A dis underscore XF says, "I wanna sub, but I don't have money." Smiley
okay,
face.
thank you. It's the thought that matters, right? But thank you for the words. So let's see. So I don't have the money either. So let's get rid of some of this so we can use the space for unpacking the baggage.
A dis underscore XF says, "Oh, I need to go. My boss say work, work, work." Smiley face.
Okay, have a great day. Have a great day. We're going to unbox this thing now.
A
So how
dis
did you
underscore
even read
XF
the
says, "You
address
too."
there? Okay, bye bye. Have a great day. So I'll eat it a tiny bit more here. So yeah, so the camera is a bit off. Let's see if we can fix this. So this is more in the middle of the desk. So the bread, it gets dry, so So let's do this. These are like very odd shapes. So there, very well packaged, I must say. Nice. Let's get these into. I have a plastic thingy there for getting it to recycling. So yeah, my hair is drying kind of quickly. It's kind of warm in here. Actually, the temperature meter fell, so I can't see exactly what it is. So let's see if we can like remove this case. Yeah, I thought it would be kind of easy, but not that easy. So let's get rid of this bit too. So both are chargers. So we have two USB-C chargers, 5 volts, 3000 milliamps. So with the button, this is the nice thing there. More plastic, and what could this be, right? If you've been watching the stream, you might know, but it's AliExpress delivery, meaning it's not like it was yesterday I ordered these. So I'm doing both at the same time, so we can, like, I still don't know what they look like. Keep excitement here. So, oh, that's nice. Very cool. And these things here. So this is cooling without the fan for Raspberry Pi. Oh, nice. So it's like, it's not screws, it's just like, I don't know if you can see. It's like notches here where you put them. Ah, and there's screws there, right. Yeah, so the board that I have here, let's see. It is connected by wires, so that's why it's a bit stiff too. Also, we have some 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get those out of the way. So I've been asking my kid to test different glasses because this definitely needs to get some of his own. But making me see, like, it's necessary. You can see better with glasses. It's my autistic 16-year-old, so it's not that easy to make him try new stuff. So let's see here. Let's put these back. Also, I usually like fix this thing a bit when I'm having the countdown, you know. There, so this one. So I think it's kind of amazing, this, right? So here we have the Raspberry Pi. And the network cord fell out. So we have the keyboard and the monitor. HDMI here. So let's keep track of these, so I don't lose track of them. I'll put them on the microscope there. Yeah, right, we can use a microscope. Well, let's do that. We can look at the details, alright? So let's see. Did it start? Yeah, but it's blurry. So here we can see the details. This is the lid with all the raised bits for cooling. And then we have the bottom, or, well, I guess I see it as the bottom at least. So also this is where the screws goes in. I guess stuff can get stuck in this, right? But that's why I thought, well, should I get these ones? They'll get dirty from dust. But also I think it's kind of easy to wipe it. But the other ones didn't have this nice... It's like a big cooler, all of it. And the aluminium is really cool to the touch, so... yes, that we will just place this here. And it will fit perfectly. So let's raise this a bit. And... yeah. There. Let's do a dual thing. So we have the microscope image here. Let's actually move the microscope instead here. So we can see how it fits nicely in here, in the box. And it's stable from just being put there. And the screws on this side, there are the holes and there are the holders. They're not attached. And then we have these pads to put between where the coolers go. So we can also see that this ship is not cooled. Right, so let's see here. So it's not totally stable here. So now it's not moving anymore. Okay, so between these corners, because this audio, the audio connector, so I guess it should be like this, right? Let's, before we put anything else there, let's test just putting it like this. Oh, there's also a big scratch on it. I don't know if you can catch that. So maybe it just was like dirty. That's good. Yeah, so if we want to put something like a cable on there, we can do that. I can see the connector inside there. And you know, these pads you can just open and close a lot of times. Oh, for the lads. Right, and the SD card, you can you pull it out here even? I don't know. It's not one of the clicky ones, it's one of the pull ones. So it's, since it's flat, it doesn't stick out. It's not really anything to grab here. I get to get pliers. So what's this one for? Oh, it's for this one. It's not exactly aligned though. And then we have this. Right, yeah, so I'm not going to use any of those, as I'm using, at least for the installation, the HDMI there. But I guess you could put like a tiny bit of tape on these if you don't want dust to get inside. So it's kind of very nice, very tiny, you know, thing. And this would be nicer to put on the shelf with my servers, right? Instead of just having a loose card. That's my thought. This is a honeypot installed, but I'm going to reinstall it. I haven't done that yet. Because I installed it on stream, you know, you have the key and everything in there on stream. So, let's test. Oh. Come on, get out of the bag. Yes, I think we might have 2 sets here. So 2 of that, 2 of that, 2 of that, and 2 of that. So we have a spare one in case we want to, in case we need it, right? So let's just put 1 set in the bag. It's always nice to have spare things. We also have 5 screws instead of 4. So let's put 1 here, so I can only see 4 spots here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no other hole. So let's put these things on there. So I'm closing this bag. I guess we'll put the other ones there, stuff there too. So this one will go here. I think this will be good. So there. So there's still a protective film on it. And well, apparently this side fell off first. I'm curious now. Well, it doesn't matter. This one was stiffer. So let's see. So I'm kind of thinking they'll they'll fasten themselves too. There. I guess that's to keep the shape of it. So, and the last one. And now I have like invisible plastic pieces all over the desk. So we could have also put them on there, but I'm thinking that they should align, and if they don't align with these, it doesn't matter anyway, because this is where the stuff is. So let's remove the protective film on the other side. Oh, I found the last bit. So these are like the harder ones. Oh no, I'm getting the full thing there. Shouldn't try to remove something that's already removed. Come on. There. So the tiny one. Maybe it would have been easier to do both at the same time. They will still get pushed into place. Come on. Yeah, got it. Very invisible, and it's stuck to my thumb there. Ah. I think these go in the trash, not the plastic, because I'll just lose track of them. So we have one more on the biggest one. So the airware, apparently my air cleaner leveled up its suddenly. I don't know why. So these should be kind of sticking. So it's curious to see now. I'm curious to see if I put this on and then pull it off again, right? Will they stick to the board or to this? So first of all, they don't fall off. That's good. So now the cooling should be those. I'm still not happy about this. Yeah, well, it will be taken care of. So now when I've pushed it down, let's lift it up again. Yeah, so we're getting the card too. So it means it's well stuck together. That's nice. Let's see if I can get this. Alright, right. The SD card sticks out. So that's very nice. Very, very nice. That's like the best possible thing to happen. So this should be getting a tiny, tiny bit of warmth. The stuff we have on this is not like hard. It's not like going to exhaust the pie. This was a bit hard though. I guess I'll do this. So I should do a screwdriver instead of this. But I could also use both hands, right? So it's not as easy to turn as just rolling it here when it's this tiny thing. So is it really getting in the right place? Yeah, it's going down slowly. So if we need to image the SD card, we will have to use pliers, because I don't want to open it all just for getting a better grip on the card. So one of these will have to experiment with the inputs too, right? I'll have to get some tinier pies too. So what to do with these? So I did install Kali on one of them. A lot of turning here. Yeah, let's go this way instead. It must be in the right place, right? Though it's not really getting. Oh, what if I push a bit? Yeah, I think it's finally getting somewhere. It started going tougher to turn. So I'm kind of thinking this is easier to do. We'll turn in the actual pie instead. So this is the first one I'm tightening now. The others are loose still. So being careful not to bend it at the end. We want to be able to open it too. There. Last one. So there. Let's say it's not heavy. Stable, not heavy. We could just connect this power here. Well, let's actually do it. So it's not a very long cord, so it's not that long. So we have the network one, and then we have the USBs, the HDMIs, audio, and the SD card, and those special ones. So, and we have another one for the other one, another one for the other one. I'm putting power in here. There. And right, I put it on the microscope. Let's see if I can. I'll untie it. So here's the tiny HDMI. It's upside down there. So now it's more stable to from the weight from the aluminium. So keyboard we don't need to put in a good spot. Let's see, where's the keyboard? It fell on the floor. I'll actually do this and just wrap the keyboard instead of the card. So, keyboard. There is a mouse here too, but I also have let's move some. Yeah, I need to clean. It's time to clean stuff. So the other pie is over here. So maybe we should do something with that today. So my desk is kind of like full now. But I think I have a mouse here somewhere. Yeah, so there's also more. These are the cheap glasses. You buy like two for $2. Dollar store. Or something. Let's see. For testing with my kid. And we have some training stuff. Let's do some. And you most definitely need this on the desk, right? So let's take the opportunity to put stuff that belong together. So I know I have a bag here with that and stuff. There. Then this is glued now, so hopefully it works. So I'll move that later too. So yesterday's socks on the floor. Maybe I should get a bit tiny bin for dirty laundry here. And the bread is going dry, of course. Let's actually get rid of this by eating it, because it was still on my desk. The robot is over here. Let's get rid of the microscope. Kind of papers. Putting cone things. Yeah, so I was melting the edges of that row. Let's do some more fixing. Some trash. Toothbrush. Yeah, so somehow it's not like there's a lot of like dirt on the table, but it's a bit of a mess because I've pulled like very kind of neatly folded cards on top of here. So we need to like put, where should I have these, right? I don't know. Attic is not a good spot for it, but they take space. a bad spot. I'll have to put it on a better spot. So the cable tie we can throw away. So I'm just getting rid of all the knives here. I guess I could go to the drawer instead of having it on the table. Now it's not summer anymore, right? We don't want so no one is allowed to cut their grass because now the allergy meds are in the drawer. So paper, kind of sorted and stuff, but what to do with it? I think I have like a pile of them. Alright, that's from notes from an old meeting, but it's still relevant, so I'll keep it there. Then we have this still on the desk.
VR_Mechatronics says, hey, how is going?
Yeah, it's going nice. We just got this little box for the pie, so it's getting a bit warm now. It's aluminium and it's attached. I'll show you the other one here. That's nice. So, but I'm trying to clean out a bit so I can get a mouse on the table to it extra. And I'm kind of sure it's over here somewhere. So, glasses. Will they fit in the drawer? Maybe. So, that's not good at all. This is a mouse pad from the laptop. I didn't have like any protective thing to put on here, but now it's got the pattern of that. Yeah, I guess I should just put some plastic foil or something on that, so it doesn't get like stuck into stuff. So my brain started designing the box now. It would be kind of cool to have that on the other side of plexiglass. That's thin. I think it's 3mm. The box, it used to be.
VR_Mechatronics says, yesterday I cut a LAN cable like that white one to run it through the wall, and today I'm soldering the connection.
Oh, you're soldering it. You know, these connectors are very easy to attach. So you can just get a new connector, RG45. So I have a bunch of them. And there's like special pliers. So that's how I do it, but you can solder it too, of course. But I guess it will be worse when the TP cable is not like TP twisted pairs anymore. Let's see. So, probably should have like headphones in a drawer in my desk. But there's electronic stuff there. So, holding the bread with one hand while cleaning is not efficient, right? But now it's like a lot of space here. A lot of space.
VR_Mechatronics says, I like soldering.
Yeah, soldering is fun. I agree. So, let's see. Here. There. These are the holders for the hard drive. So these we'll need to attach to the laptop. There's also some screws here that we might need when we attach it to whatever that we use for it. This became like a the hardware stream right now since we got a package.
VR_Mechatronics says VW 160 megabits cable 960 megabits. It is huge difference.
Okay, yeah.
VR_Mechatronics says Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I got it. But what I've done before, I've put like a hole through the wall, and I put like a plastic tube bit there, and made it big enough for the connector too. But of course you can make a tiny hole and just put the cable through. So, do you have to solder by the roof, or is it like lower down you have the cable through the wall? Up here I have like a through the wall by the roof.
VR_Mechatronics says I drilled with a screwdriver between the bricks XD.
Oh, yeah, nice. Okay, so if you have bricks, that's different than this kind of wall. So this is just plaster wall, but it has metal at the top and bottom. And then I see why you can't get the connector through. So this is the last pieces of bread, and then we can focus. There. So, tiny thingy. I don't need this one now. Let's put it by the cables there. Power stuff. This one was dusty. Water bottle I still want. Oh, these tools are cute. It's like Baco mini tools. Right, you can see like this. So they're so cute. Pretty. So, but this is probably very old. It's from my dad's stuff. So, this is the third bag for this bread. I'm addicted to the bread. Right. Oh gosh. So, if you were here yesterday, you remember me. Oh no, that was not that password. So, this was another password. Let's do it like this, because I don't want to show on stream that I have a password on it. On there. So, random stuff on the desk. This is a cute one, too. There. So, now we only have two things more. We have a card reader. Yeah, I guess this is what I used too. So let's actually put it in that drawer here. Only I can't access that right now because I have to finish. Let's see, where's my wipes here? So, there's dust too on the desk, so we're wiping the last bit here. Or not dust, tiny bits of, tiny bit of a wire, tiny bit of a whatever, paper maybe, tiny bit of something plastic. There's no dust here. Looks like it would been this forever, but it's just not that long. So the only problem with this now is that this cable has nothing to hold it steady. So it goes to a switch there. That's actually on my heater thingy, which is not maybe the best thing, but whatever. It's been there for years. So now we can like space stuff out here a bit. And we can get this one back. More something dirt. We can get the pie up a bit. And also we have the power button here now for the pie. So let's keep the cables ordered by that pressure. So let's see here. I see the mouse. And the cable is actually here already. So yeah, things, a few to-do lists there. So measurement tape. Let's just get this. We don't need to like totally order it, but it's kind of quick to just. It's kind of nice to have one of these. This is probably like in a kit with some stuff that was $1 total. Well, so the less space it takes, you know, the better. So now it even fits in my drawer. There. So, this box, I think we could actually throw this out, right? It's some kind of manual that I, of course, never opened. What? What? Don't touch. It has the specs, but it's not like complicated to check what Pi 4 Model B has, right? It would be if I forgot the name of it. Do we want this? One of them still, I don't know. So this other box for this one, we can put that together too now. I'll just do this first. So now we have keyboard and mouse and HDMI connected. So it's always funny to see if, since it was already connected, we probably won't mess up stuff by changing things here now. So first, this mouse for my computer. So let's see, do I have a scene that fits? I think that our normal left scene might have something here. Desktop microscope, Irian 1, 2, no. And this one doesn't have anything either. So I cleaned out a lot in my OBS. Let's actually do this. So yeah, we can go studio mode so we can check stuff. So to see all the names better. So we have just the left and right screens. We have the big camera. Oh, it should actually switch. StreamerBot is running. Yeah, it is. And possibly scene switch or something. So I deleted so much I want to see that it still works. But I'm kind of sure if I go to... Oh, right, because it's on the second scene, it doesn't switch. Right. So if I remove studio mode and I go to this one, then it switches, right? Yeah, I got it now. So, studio mode, so let's just minimize this one again. We have right screen, pre-start, stream start, which is also using the normal.
Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected. I'm about to go live, you know what I mean.
So
Welcome to my stream.
yeah, this is kind of funny that they hop like this. I would prefer to keep my other one here that I already was looking at, right? So the microscope is looking at some of the plastic that was wrapped now. And then we have this desk. Yeah. So I'll go with this one to the other room and this one, so we'll get rid of those, but let's see if we can find the right scene here first. So microscope, then we have a co-working one, we have the timer for that, we have an IRL, we have a parachute drop, manual for manuals put on the desktop while doing hardware stuff. This is an overlay for the start pulse. This is the overlay for all other scenes. These are parts of the main normal overlay. These are follow and subscribe thingies like that. And then we have Twitch alert. Right, so this is for my normal channel and this is for the unwinding one that I never use really, because I was hoping that I could use like the same OBS to do both, but I guess I can't. Actually I can, I just realized. I've changed stuff, so now we have the multi-RTMP here. So I can stream to different Twitch channels and use the same YouTube channel. As the YouTube channel is the main one now, I can not spam my main Twitch channel and use the other one for the IRL streams, because I really want only tech stuff on this channel, right? So streaming stuff is fine, but I think I'm past the testing IRL now. I think I'll keep that setup that I'm using. This is just a camera in different formats. This is when we don't have any camera. We get the empty one, then we have the desktop, the Irian desk cam, and the difference here, you can see the corners are rounded on desktop. And this is a full camera, so here you can see my water bottles that all ended up in the same place here now. So let's put the water just next to the connected soldering iron, right? Well, it takes opportunity to clean the rest of the desk. These are the things from the box. This will be filled up more. Yeah, we had some more cords. Where did I put those? In the bag. Right, so in the bag, and I'll go leave these ones too, so yeah. Get rid of stuff to the correct places. Oh yeah. So that was like an IKEA board where you can type stuff that's on metal. Oh, one sec. Let's say allergy season is not over. Unfortunately. I guess it never is, really. If you're allergic to, like, animals. People's pets, and people have here some. So let's wipe this bit a bit. So we should put all of those away. So there. So this is so warm. So these are I guess they should be downstairs, really. They should be downstairs. Let's clean up a bit here. This is the power for the microscope there. Yeah, I think it is anyway. Let's see. I don't think it is, but I'm thinking once more. So seriously, I can't read this. I'm using the Microsoft button, so the angle is off now since it's rotating on the desk here. So I should move it this way. Does it say anything? Because I couldn't see. What could this be for? Information, techno, equipment use only. So I'm having it there back on the side. Right, it's a hard drive. It's for the hard drive. And it's very warm. So that's why I'm thinking this is not like... right, let's actually go to this one. No, let's go down. We were down here and we had desktop, Irion 1. So here you can see what I'm actually doing. So the weight of this is holding the hard drive's cables here. So this is just a loose charger. The question is what I used it for. I used it for the robot. Right. So we have two cables powering. This is when we connected it to the computer. And this is when we connected it to power. So if we need to update the stuff in this, then we need that. And here we have teeth cleaning. Dollar store stuff. And this looks like an empty bag. There. So now that will be too heavy on the wires. This is also just a short. Right, I know what this was. I made a cable. So there we go. We have this too. To put down in the drawer. And we can see this one isn't really straight, is it? Not that it matters, but it's easier to like cut a piece of it. if it's actually straight. That's a microscope. This is IRL. Camera, backup. Yeah, so I deleted it. So we're going to make a new scene for the pie. So the one's called microscope. That is one HDMI to USB converter. But I have a second one. So let's call it like I have sources. Oh, typing on the Pi keyboard. Sources I have. Actually, let's move to. I can't. Okay. So what am I going to call this one? HDMI 2, I guess. HDMI 2. And we can do like pi. Because that's what we're using right now. We can change the name of it later. And here we're going to add video capture device. And let's check the existing ones. We just have microscope, it's one of the HDMIs. We have Irion Deskcam and Deskcam 2, and we have our main camera. So it's cleaned up and nice now. We don't have any other stuff. So let's call this HDMI 2. And okay. And it already found the right one for us. This is probably the microscope, which won't work very well when we already have it connected. Then we have the 4 Irion ones that are like virtual. One of them is in use. Then we have my main camera. Snap camera, right? I installed that, but I haven't tested with it. We'll have to do that. And then we have screen capture recorder, which is OBS's own thing, right? So it selected the right one. It's supposed to be active. Configure video. Nah, maybe. Okay, so we have brightness, contrast, hue, saturation. So this is a screen capture. It's not like we need to set. It's not a camera. We have resolution though. We can't even click it because we have set it to. Right. So what if I set it to 1920, 1080? Will this affect? Because that would be great. Because when this is 4K, I can't read it. Will this be affecting what the Pi sees, the devices? I don't think so. It also says 19. It will seem to be the max here. So it's definitely not that resolution. It's tiny. So if we set it to default, device default, we don't know what that is. We would though. We would though because of the size of it. Yeah, so it's still 1920, 1080, and it's tiny. Right. So now we have this source that we can use. So microscope. Let's put it after the microscope because this is both of these are HDMI and these are like USB or Wi-Fi by the Irion app. So why is this? Alright, it's a cut piece of the Irion. That's why we have this one. And then desktop is where I can select which one of these I want. So why is Irion 1 not working? So this is interesting. So this one should work. It's probably using something old. Let's delete it. Oh, wait a sec. I might be activating and deactivating stuff, but I think this is a part of it. This uses Irian Deskcam. The same source. So this doesn't use this. So we need properties for this. This is an actual camera, as we can see here, and it's called Irian Webcam. And this one, yeah. So this one just has a, if we unlock it, we can see it's just a bit of it. I'm thinking it should be a bit of this one instead, because having several of these, that breaks things. Let's fix it while we're doing it. So let's actually add here Irian 1. So add a scene, Irian 1, and Irian 1 is apparently microscopic. It doesn't have anything on it. So if we, yeah, this is the problem we're fixing now. So let's copy transform here from this one. Then we actually delete it. And now this one should work, meaning this one should, let's paste the transform here. So why? So now we have an image here. And it's already a tiny bit zoomed there, because we don't want, it's not anything interested in this corner. So Irian Desktop should now be this scene. So let's undo this. Let's delete it again. And let's add it again. So this is nice. I love that I took the time to redo stuff. I didn't I was just cleaning up, you know? But I have to redo some things that were. This is like one of the last few bad things. So Irian Deskcam should be a part of Irian 1. So if we add that now, why is it still like this? I mean, we should be able to add the Irian 1 scene to this one and see it. Let's stop studio mode and see. Sometimes it messes stuff up. It might have something locked that's not supposed to be locked. So I can see in the corner here. So let's do a reset transform of this one. First of all, hide, show, and then I'm sorry for the black image. Then I'm going to reset transform, and it's still not visible at all. It should be the same as this. So let's make sure we don't have any filters here. We have rounded corners and feather. So if we remove that, Oh, there we have it. So it was the rounded corners that broke it. So we couldn't see it. So then we just change the settings. Let's actually remove it and let's make it close this. I'm going to paste the transform that I still hope it remembers, because that's the reason we did this. Yeah. So undo. So it just hopped to the corner, so we couldn't paste the transform. We'll have to do it manually, which is kind of hard. So desktop is the one with rounded corners now. We don't need to have any rounded corners on this one. This is just a pure source here. So what part of the desk is this? What we want, probably, right? Something like this. This is like the main work surface of the desk. And if we go to desktop now, oh right, so now we can switch it between these. So we can select, we want a full view, we want a desktop view. Nice, nice. And now we can use all of these. Let's also do this one in our left screen. So we're going to here add. We have Arian 1, 2, which is, we also have desktop, so we could add the desktop here and see the desktop. I'm thinking we'll have a, let's make a pie scene, right? So let's add a new scene here. First of all, let's do this one, studio mode, add scene. So if I happen to hop to something else, so this is one that we can actually use, and I'm using the wrong keyboard. So this is HDMI 2 Pi, and it has the same name as the source, but it has different characters on the ends. So instead of dashes we have stars. Yeah, so as I assumed, it hopped to it, so you can still see stuff. So now on this source or scene, I'm thinking we want we want to add the source, of course. That is the scene that is called Pi there. And we also want to have the cameras and stuff here. So let's copy this one. I'm not using the keyboard, so let's paste reference there. So now we have the camera when we're on the scene. We will have chat, we will have alerts, everything is on this. If we're not on the pause ones, that have its own overlay one. Right. So what else do we need? We want the desktop, right? So we want desktop too. So we add the scene desktop here too. So I would love to be able to type here. Yeah, we could do this, of course, which is also funny that it's not bigger from the start. So desktop. There we want desktop, which is a flexible one that we can change. And it should have rounded corners. So we can drag this down and see like a bit of it. And if we want now, we can go to Arian desktop, and we can change this one by making it tinier, so that what we see in the corner there is actually the pie, right? We can do that easily. Well, we had to go studio mode to do this, or it will break it. But we only have to change this. We can have like mega zoom and desktop, right? So I might want to undo this too. This is the normal desktop. Well, I thought of it, you know. Let's copy this one, duplicate, and the name will be Deskcam Zoom, right? So this is a more zoomed version, but it's still the same. So we want to add this one to this scene too, desktop, and then we will add buttons to control this from the phone. We have a lot of space now when we cleaned it out. So what we want to add is the new one, Arian Deskcam Zoom. So there it is. So as this is one that selects just one thing at a time, what we need to fix now is that the zoom, let's put it on top so we have a logical order here. This is a part of this, and this is a zoomed in version. So let's zoom to the pie there, right? Yeah, we could zoom more if we wanted to, but it's a bit messy to do it without entering stuff on the keyboard. There. So now we can easily, in this one, switch between. Let's also change the order here. So we have full, zoomed in a bit, mega zoomed in, right? And I can move where on the desk this is by changing this one here. And we go to this now, and we can see we have a nice rounded corners representation of this that I can make tinier if I want to too. And we see the pie output there. So if I put this up as a preview now, let's go remote studio mode and go to the HDMI 2 scene. And I can put up a preview on my second monitor, so I can see what the text says. Yeah, here I can see I've been typing things on the wrong keyboard. And I also have a mouse here, which I shouldn't have connected. I didn't remember. We don't have graphical on this one, so we don't need it. Also, one thing that I thought of now that we need to fix with this one is let's make something around it. Let's make it prettier. So if we go to, for example, this one, we have this, right? So this base here, the bottom, it's also you can switch whatever it shows. Actually, let's go left screen, studio mode, and go to this one so you can see what it looks like. So I can say, oh, I want to fix it background instead, and then it will be behind everything. We can do the star skies that I used before, or we can use the matrix one, which is actually a web thing instead of a video. We have like nice forest views. I've used these for like Zoom cool backgrounds or something. Oh, what's wrong with this one? Did I move the file? No browse. It's just slow. So so apparently the Directory still exists. V. Yeah. There. So I don't know why. Right, I know why. Let's cancel this. The reason it doesn't pop up is because it's not active. So if I do a fade here to it, it will show up. So I used that before I used the starry one. So we could switch back to this and go to desk. No, yeah, it's in the background now. It is there. So the funny thing is that I'm actually previewing the wrong thing. Let's close this preview. And I'm going to preview the program, not the other one. There. So now you can see the background is switched. So if I go to the background now and we switch the background so we can see the background switches. Maybe I want the starry one again. I kind of like the matrixy one. So anyway, let's make this exist for our new scene, right? So we want this view. So let's copy the source. So I'm not sure about making rounded corners on it though, because it might remove the corner of the text. But let's add the background. So paste reference, and we want this at the bottom, and we want this one to be just a tiny bit tinier. So how many pixels do we want to see? This is easily solved. Let's just go back to desktop and let's copy the transform of this one because I like this. So we're copying the transform here. Transform, copy transform. Let's go to the pi. Let's paste it here. So transform, paste transform. So now we have a very square though. But if we don't have it square with this output, you know, it's not very pretty. We can also move this in a bit, but not the same amount. Just like a bit of randomness here. Oh right, I'm using the wrong keyboard again. I wanted to move it a bit there. With precision, you know. So this is also on top of the clock, of the time, of the cameras and stuff. We don't want that. We want the time to be on top of everything. There. So now we can see the pi. We can see the pi's output. And I decided I want to round the corners. At least we can round the right side corners. And if we don't want the image, the desktop, we just remove it. We can add it back easily. So yeah. So I'm going to change something on the source of this. The source scene, that is, not the source itself. So the source scene of pi will get rounded corners on the right side only. So let's actually look at desktop's filter settings. The settings on the scene, I guess, there. So the rounded corners settings are what? Alright, that's annoying. I happen to use my scroll wheel. On top of it, it's 80 pixels. Right? So I had the time to see it. So I have feathering 20 pixels inner and 80 pixel corner radius. So yeah, let's go to the source again. I'm sorry I'm not showing you. I want to see the preview, how it looks. I'm just looking for the scene. Where is it? HTML2. There. So if we do a filter here on this, and add advanced mask, right? Oh my. So what if we do defaults? So I'm thinking I'm removing this and I'm going to add a new one. So when it started, it didn't use defaults. So I'm calling this one. I typed on the wrong keyboard, as you can see there again. Yeah, we'll test the Raspberry Pi button soon. Yeah, so there's the new login. It was kind of broken. I'm calling this Advanced Mask 123 just to make sure that if I click defaults, I won't reset anything else. No, this is the defaults. Why would this be the defaults? Okay, sure. So, mask type, shape, rectangle, circle. So I'm just very curious now why we would want this shape. Source? Is it source that I had? What is adjustment mask? Oh gosh. Let's do alpha. There are too many options. Oh, and then I have to select the source. No. Let's just do a rectangle shape then, I guess. But we want it sewn. Nothing's... Is there not no setting? What's frame check? Ooh. I clicked something called frame check. Look what happened. It removed the background. We now have the output of the Pi on the background video. By mistake. This is cool. I like this. Ah ha ha ha. So, bye bye. What do you think? This is not what I was going to do. So the checkmark frame check. I'll have to ask Finite what this does. This was a kind of cool option here. So if I just remove this out of the image, we can see this. So I'm going to duplicate the mask here. And with two of it, it kind of breaks, right? But I wanted this one to be saved. So it's not as colorful, or I might have just saved it. So let's fix it instead. So we want this to be 1920. No, I can't type. No, I'm on the wrong keyboard again. 1920. 1080. So what happened there? Oh, that's the position, not the width and height. So here is 1920, 1080. Right, so now we have it back. Also with this check still there. So let's remove that because I don't think I used it. And then we have I don't know, uniform. Yeah, we want custom actually this time. This is what I want. I want the right one to be 80. Typing on the wrong keyboard. It's odd having two keyboards in front of you, right? So now we have those corners. If we do this on the left upper corner, it doesn't matter much. Oh, that's also funny. It broke from the middle. So we can do this here. So if we were to do 80, it will look like that. But if we do this in the other corner here, down here, we wouldn't see stuff, right? That's not nice. Well, this is a bit funny, but I think I'll keep it like this. And also let's do inner feathering 20. That's might be a bit much for this one though. So what happens if we do outer feathering? Nothing, right? It's just the edges. So we need inner, but we should probably decrease it so we can see the text. Have a tiny number, like we're 0 now, and if we add 1. No, I don't think. So here I would like to have control over what edges are blurred again, right? Because this is 10. It's not like we can't. The R is kind of hard to read there now, right? At 20. So if we go down to 10, that's okay. So if we take this up all the way, we will not see a thing. But it could be kind of cool for an image, but not for this kind of thing, right? I'm actually leaving it at like 8 there. So having done this, I'm thinking it's time to yeah, let's add it to Sammy, right? Because here we have our scenes, the main scenes. We have the big camera, left, right, desk, desk FS, microscope. Then we have put pause here. I'm going to change these. And this one. Mic toggle. This is audio. Mute is audio. Streams on off is also audio. These are graphic options, right? These are pause settings. I want another button here. I want a no pause text. I think this one does it. Let's wait until I actually know what I want, right? So let's just copy one of the normal ones here. One keyboard. So right. I just realized that you have an image there with this one. Well, it doesn't matter. It kind of does though. So left, behind the desktop, and go to this one, and now you can see, right? What? Okay, we're removing studio mode. This is very odd. My preview was messing up, so I didn't see what you saw. Or you saw the wrong thing too, maybe? Let's fix this anyway. So we have our new scene. We want to be able to switch to it easily. Right? So we want Sammy, and we'll add a button. Let's copy a normal one, and this will now be pi, and there's no fs. Let's say HMI pi, meaning it's more like this, right? So we want to go to HDMI. Here you can see this is the source and this is the scene, the finished scene with the stuff. We want the camera here to be visible. Right, so I even have it here. Alright. So at the start I only had that. So now when we click save here, I can click the buttons.
Welcome to my stream where knowledge brings.
There. That's funny though. Well, so here we have it, and we can see both whatever we're messing with, and we can see though it's not as pretty now, right? I can see the red light here on the side. Can you see that my fingers are red? So let's now test the button. We have a power button now. So power button, it's now off. Then we click the button. Let's see. So, didn't I click good enough? No. So, the red light is on again. So I think the first time I got it a bit off there. I think the shape is a bit fun. It failed starting Kari. Oh, it doesn't matter. This will be reinstalled, so I'm curious though why it fails to start stuff. Yeah, so I need to keep track of time too. It's already 10 past 11. Let's fix the other one, the other box. I think I will close it down because this will be reinstalled anyway. So I don't really care right now. So we have a scene set up for this. We can play with these a lot. To go back to desk full screen here. Right, we need to fix those buttons too. So now I'm going to just remove these. And we have a nice box instead of having this that we had before. Right? So much nicer. Let's put it on the side. Let's actually move the keyboard for a bit. So all of these cables, they will soon be attached to the next one. Right, so let's go to the other desk. I don't mind the zoom now, really. So let's actually do this and change the zoom one's position. So this is a new feature that I can do, that I can move this. So now this is what's interesting, right? So we don't have to use a microscope. This is a bit blurrier, but it's still better, I think. So down and upside. The bag. Let's merge them so we don't have two bags. There are extra ones. So there's a spare screw. There's spare pads here. So this one is actually not duplicated. That's, yeah, it is. It's just still in the bag. So as I see, this one is like a bit off center there. Let's do 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4. And a screw and one of these. So this is for in case we ever need to fix something, in case we change something. So what do you want to install in this one? I looked a bit more at that other honeypot, and I was thinking it is a bit too complex to be run on this. The memory is like, you should really have 16 gigs. We could probably do a simple one, but I don't think it's like very optimal to do that. So we'll probably do the other honeypot on a computer instead of a Pi. So what should we install on this one and play with today if we have time? I don't think we'll have time, but while I put this together, we can upload something to this SD card. And this is the 200 one, right? So 200 gigs. Should we install Kali? The difference with SD card too is that, you know, well, I guess it's not that different from an SSD, but from a hard drive. I usually have mostly hard drives. Alright, so I'll have to unplug something. Let's unplug this. It doesn't have any connection to anything. Well, let's just... So this 200 gig one might have something on it. We'll see. I'll have to make sure I don't like empty stuff that's used by something. I'll actually get my OBS out of the way now. It's not the focus of me, of us anymore. So yeah, this popped up at 11 again, as it should. Reminding us to study, right? So stop studio mode. We only have left screen. Let's have the pie things still there, and let's just check my NAS. So what's on this card? It's very empty, so we can use this. I want to do Kali again because it messed up sometimes, and I want to test the graphical stuff also with the mouse and everything. So let's test this. So this is different. I'm used to not being able to scroll on this page and it hopping to odd stuff. So we have a Pi 4 64 bits. I guess we do this one. No, we don't have to. We'll use the program. We'll use the Raspberry Pi program. It'll do it for us. So Raspberry Pi Imager. It will do everything. We don't have to download it ourselves. So device, we have a 4. OS, we want Kali. Yeah, I don't think it's general purpose here. It's specific purpose OS. Kali 64-bit. So this will be the same image that I almost downloaded there. And it is the H here. And that's funny too. Windows saw it as 180, right? Something. This is 196.9. So let's edit settings. This is what we used for the other one. I think I will actually move this off screen and find a password in the let's do fix it. No, the host name should be something else. Pi 4, right? Pi 4 Kali. It's a host name, and let's do fix it as the username, and I'm going to put a password here. Then yeah, so let's configure wireless. So what on earth is our wireless called? Oh, we're clicking the wrong thing. I'm like, what? Right, so it's not the 2 actually there. I'll have to check that. So now it says HPV 95, right? So I've been having a few issues with Wi-Fi on my phone lately. So I'm thinking I'll restart them. I'll restart the access points. So I'm entering my Wi-Fi password. That's why you're not seeing it here. There. Do I have to set a country? I have to scroll like far to get to S. It's not in the letter. Is there another in the right order? No, SE. There. Wireless LAN country. Keyboard layout. SE. Nice. Then we have services. No, we're skipping that for now. So there. I would like to, yeah. We've edited settings. And I'm done. We checked that it was empty. And I'm like, did I do the right one? I know I did. Right? So, while this is doing this, we will do this. That's why I started that first. So, 12 minutes passed. We will be able to insert this through the hole here, right? So, and I know this is blurry because it's very zoomed, but I think that's, I can't put the phone closer to me. So, and it's a bit like this as this other one was, but it will get fixed with this. So let's attach these. Actually, I'm taking the ones that are harder to remove first now. I thought that last time too, but then it didn't feel well. I already had removed one. So this one is a bit so both were off there because this is the one that was not centered. So now I can press it there. Oh, it's like I need the microscope for this. There. I can't see it because it's clear. There. And you can't really feel it either. It's very like tiny. That's the hard side. That's the soft side that you can't really feel even. Right, so this is a bigger one. There. So I selected these cases because, well, they're cheap and the best bit, they have cooling, right? And it's not noisy cooling. I don't want fans on this. One. Yeah, so I'm getting the whole thing off. Maybe this was not a good selection. Yeah, I'll get my scalpel to help. So holding it down. Yeah, so the other way was definitely better. So removing the hard ones first, because when I lift this, it lifts the whole thing. So me pressing down on it before was useless. So I can, no, it gets stuck. It gets stuck to this. The other one was more loose. So there. Ah well, it will get pressed down when I just don't want it to fall off, right? So we don't want it to fall off when we turn it upside down. So there. Right, I was thinking maybe we should put a connector on this one. We can open it again, but it will be easier to do it now. So let's see. So this connector here. Okay. I just realized it was actually dusty, right? It's not been in a box. So I wonder, it's nothing that was visible to my eyes. The top light is not on. So now we can make this more readable. Yeah. So I think it's dust free enough, right? So this and this and this. And I guess this one, the tiny one in the corner here. This is what will be cooled. Oh, this is such a tiny thing. You can see my, so this is my pinky. Thumb will just. So that chip, these and this one, and not this one that we were looking at. So PoE. We don't do that. So this is the let's see how many pins are there. So 3, 10, 20. Well, seriously, I was like counting them too. So actually do 10, 20, 30, 36, 38. So it's 40 pins. That's quite a lot of pins. And I don't know how to use them yet. We need to use them, of course, right? So I'm thinking if we put something on here before we close it, it will be easier. And it has this hole here for a cable to go through, a flat cable. I'll go check if I have something suitable. Yeah, so I do have 40-pin cable, which would be suitable, but I don't have any connector right now. I mean, 2 seconds, let's see here. So that would be nice to have a special connector for that. So these are really not suitable. I'm kind of thinking I need to know more about the connector to know what to put there, right? So we would probably not want all the cables to go to the same place anyway. I'm trying to just pick one of these up without getting all of them. So I like sorted these, right? But now I can't get these up. So there. So these fit nicely this way around. So like that. But I'm thinking we don't need all of this anyway, right? So yeah, I think this is the direction. This is not nice in any way. Let's see if I can get this back in the box. So I put some of them the other direction so that I can lift them up with my fingers. If I get one of them, then I can get my finger in there. So let's just put this back. Do we have a box saying connectors or anything now? So here's just leads in the whole of this. We need to build stuff. Try to build something fun. So, not for today, and we need to learn about the Pi connector and what. I mean, I don't know what's on the other side. Right, I see that my zoom is actually different than it usually is, because I messed with it yesterday. You can have a bit more zoom. Though I don't mind being a bit tiny there. This one is not centered at all. I think I moved it by mistake. So, let's put it on here. And now, last time it's stuck. Yeah, so it's there now. We don't have any SD card that I need to angle it in this time. It's just remember to put the SD card in the right direction later. It is verifying now, by the way. It's verifying 1%, 2%. So let's move the microscope. So I thought of that too. How long was it since I used a microscope for anything? Oh my. So the force of the stickiness of my finger made it. So let's start with the one that seems to be a bit. So I would prefer Torx to this. They're more stable when you screw them in. This is a good middle between microscope. I know it's blurry, but it's... I have been looking for a good camera, and I kind of know what I want. A Sony 6000 series that do 4K. It's a few models that do that. So, but I'm like, I'm not checking every day, but I want to get a good offer on it. So well, let's do this one first. Verifying 20%. I think the timer will be good. If we have the time. It's 11:37. I was gonna check with my kid what food he wants, but he just ate. So I made meatballs and sauce yesterday, and I made for today's lunch too. And he couldn't wait. He ate it for like half breakfast some time ago. So he's already eaten really. But I want him to have something before school anyway, like a sandwich or something. I don't know if I need to eat. I ate yogurt with the bread, and I still have some yogurt left. So maybe we can go further then. So this is so nice, compact. It has the weight from all the aluminium that's cooling it. Yeah, so let's first let's actually switch scenes to the new one, right? We can still see, and when we connect the power here, we will know if it was on or off. So let's connect network, and it doesn't have a card, so I'm curious to see what happens when we connect it without network card. And what kind of USB stuff can we connect here to? So keyboard, I just dropped it on the floor. Mouse, of course it's upside down. This one is so flat here. Let's see if it can actually stick. I don't want to break it. It will probably break. Maybe I should cut this and make a new connector. If it doesn't stick from this angle, you know, there's no fyong in this. It's like it's broken off already. Well, so if I hold it there, now I can't pull it out. We'll see. Yeah, it sticks. So 41%. We have 41% here. Wrong mouse. So little boot into the Kali installation, right? And we might have time for it. It's not like I haven't seen it before. So we don't have to think a lot. I'll go check the food status, right? So we have this as done as possible. Let's connect this one too when we're in the Pi mode. So I like the Pi mode now. we'll have to play with pies just to use the pie mode. So the power button, first of all, it's not on. And I click the power button, you can see the red light. And this is without an SD card. It doesn't have an SD card, but it will still have stuff, right? So, install an OS on this Raspberry Pi. Press and hold Shift key to stop and start net install. Alright. So, trying to boot mode USB MSD. Press escape to cancel and go to diagnostic screen. Okay, let's press escape. So, and let's get the keyboard up. So this is when I moved before, you know, we still need to put the card in though. So this is a diagnostic screen. So it keeps trying the SD card. That's good. I'm turning power off again. So this didn't click this time. It's still powered. So I click harder. So yeah, so this is Chinese, you know. Really click it hard. Don't like to half do it. And this won't fall apart. I saw that it was like already falling apart. I don't know if you can see. So I saw it was a bit loose, so I pulled a bit on it. This is kind of thick cable, but this is not good. This is the kind of thing that you send a message to them. So it's just 5 volts. And I'm used to much more. So, but we just have a simple cover of this. So one is connected and one isn't through the button. Very, very simple construction. So now I can see why it didn't connect as it should. Right, this corner, one of them is broken off. So we could just put some glue here. Well, this must have happened. See to how they've tried to put it on the wrong place with force, so it is bent. So I guess these are connected, that they are like this. Let's just fix it. So this extra stuff here. Let's just make sure that this doesn't disturb the connection. So instead of me trying to be further down in an uncomfortable position, let's just do it a bit over. So this plastic will make it not attach. There. There. So that's not in the way. I'm assuming that this will have broken off from the top side. So we'll just put a bit of glue there. Oh. Okay, so both pins are off. So that's why it didn't connect. So a bit of glue and some pressure will fix that. So these are nice, and I'm assuming the other one. So this side is just loose, There's nothing connecting here. We'll have to glue it. We can also put some glue around the edge. It will be stable and nice. The connector itself is not damaged, so I can, let's see. Yeah. So click, and that's what we push to. Here, just go through this. So I'll just put it back as it is now. It's a bit sad that it's not perfect. We could also glue this into this spot here to make it more stable, and then put some glue on top here. So let's see this direction, because the correct whole ones are there. So why was it pushed so much together that it broke on the side? I don't know. It will work. Let's check the other one. So the other cable for the other bags. By the way, I should put like notes on them saying this is the one that has honeypot on it, right? And it's not long. I guess it's a meter, right? So it's worse if these fall apart, and this is glued, so that's good. Because then you would be able to get full power, and this one seems sturdy, so nothing broken in this connector. I'll fix this one with a bit of glue. Oh. Remove the SD card. Let's close it. Cancel. So I think I set it to eject it, but yeah, no H. Oh, this is warm. Oh, right, sorry. My God. I'm right-handed. I don't want to try it with my left hand. So it's got stuck. I'm just getting a flat screwdriver here. There. That was easy. With some power behind it. So, imagine the upside is the downside, right? I think we're supposed to insert it like this. And now let's not drop it inside. So, yeah, so this is probably not the right way. Yeah, it is. So, there, now it's in. And we'd have to use pliers too. Maybe I could just, yeah, maybe I can get it out. So, now we press the button, and this is where the light goes on. There. And we switch to the Pi scene. And it'll start. This one will be a new installation of Kali. And I did set up SSH with the options. Set the name of it and everything. So we'll see how much it will do from that. If it will fully boot. First run.sh.
Goblin Scouch says Raspberry Pi 5?
4. With 8 gigs. So we did an extra starter. This is because we set up stuff with the script. So it's assuming we want remote access, not local access. We'll see. Set console font and key map failed. So if this doesn't work, we will just re-image
Goblin
it
Scout says,
without
"Oh,
the
nice."
settings. So it has Kali now, but I tested the making the settings for it, the name, the account and things. So I'm thinking it might do the full installation without any input now. Since it's a Pi, you know, we might not have a screen attached like this. Though why not when you have HMI? You couldn't even see the errors then. So if the key map is not there, that's the biggest problem. I won't be able to type. So welcome in, by the way. So while we're waiting, what are you doing today? Doing something fun? So one part of this is I wanted to test mouse and keyboard, not just keyboard, because the honeypot here. So we got these boxes now today. So this one has a honeypot on it, and yeah, I love these boxes. They're so nice, cool, all aluminium, and they have the cooler aluminium bits down to the ships with you know, these sticky pads. These. To attach them to the ships. It made cooling, so it's very nice. Nice.
Goblin Scout says, "Just woke up, but yay. How about you?"
Yeah. This is fun. It's always nice to open new packages from AliExpress. And these nice boxes. So they're... You know, when you order stuff from AliExpress, you never know what you get. They might have said it's aluminium and then it's plastic, you know. You never know. These are aluminium. They're nice, sturdy. The only problem was this button not being. So I'll have to glue it because the pins had hopped off. We can open it again. So there's supposed to be 4 here. I'm just waiting anyway, so 4 pins here. There's 2 there. There's nothing here. So, and you can see also how they slid when they put it there. It's not being straight. So, no, this one. So, nothing much happening.
Goblin Scout says, "You have a nice accent. Do you mind if I ask what country?"
I'm in Sweden. I'm Swedish. So thanks. So there, it keeps together from the 2, but I noticed that it was like open in this end. So I'll put some glue later. Finished RPI Resize Road FS service. Resize Road file system.
Goblin Scout says, "Sweden is a very lovely place."
Yeah, it's kinda is. So where are you in the world? If you just woke up, maybe US or somewhere, and that kind of a bit away from here, around the world. Maybe? I don't know. So, I mean like both there, by the way. Right, so now we have mouse. Nice. Oh, and there's a black edge on this, right? You can see here, we could move this in for the GUI part, right? So we just made the scene here. We might change it. Yeah, I called it Pi 4 Kali. And time to change. Let's see here. Go into my desktop.
Goblin Scouch says good old America can be lovely, but we have our issues.
Yeah. So let's change the zoom here a bit. Let's move this up. Network cable, keyboard, everything on top of each other. So, there. So, now I can type. Yeah, and also typing the password so you can see it. It's very secret, of course. Fix it. And then I will do this. I don't really care. It's not a secret password. I was just kidding, but I don't know. I don't want to type passwords. So it was actually the wrong password. I think you only type the password once when you type it in there, but I hope this is the right one. Okay, so we just like broke the whole thing because that's the password I used. It might be the keyboard. Let's get rid of my camera. So we have the Swedish keyboard here up in the corner. So, oh, this is horrible. Just double checking. Let's see. My God. How far down? I don't think I can press the keyboard for this. I tried before at another installation. So, S. No? Yeah, they're not like sorted in alphabetic order or anything, so Norwegian. I'm also checking for a dot, you know? I'm not just reading the names. Here we have Swedish. So it's on Swedish. So it should be correct, keyboard. So I will just trying to get to my other screen with this mouse, which is on the Pi. Right, so I'm like stopping in 2 minutes. So I could just... I'm kind of thinking, we tested this now. I want to do the full install with the settings on the Pi with the GUI. So I'll probably do that maybe later today. We'll see. So I'm going to drive my kid to school. He starts at 14, so we need to go like 13, 15. So I have to get him lunch first. But I think he might have already eaten all he wants. But I need to eat something too. Something at least. Right, so what was I doing? Right, I was opening the Raspberry Pi program again to see what it looks like. So
Goblin Scouch says goodbye and have a good day.
yeah, I'll be streaming for a bit more. I'll just need to go soon. The plan was like 12, but I'll probably do a bit more. So when we do this here, after having chosen device, operating system, so specific, Kali, and this one. Then we need to put the storage back in. But after this, we got the settings window. You can set settings for it and just tell it to boot, start SSH and stuff. So I'm thinking we will redo this, and while it's imaging, I'll go in. I think it was 10 minutes last time. I'll go and fix the food, and we can continue. So let's use this new button here. You can see the red light this time. there. So I think I could get this out with my nail there. Yes. So we have the SD card. We'll put it back here. The image worked, it was just the password that wasn't typed correctly probably. So I'm not doing it that way this time. I'm just going to leave it at the basic install there. So let's put this in the computer again. I'll probably go H again, right? We'll see. Choose storage. Yeah, so here we have it, H and I. So it made 2 partitions this time. For I guess it's a boot one there. So this one is what we want, and then we just go next. And we don't do settings this time. Last time, let's clear settings. Yes. So we don't want any settings, we want to do the color setup in the GUI. So I'll go and fix the food thing, and I'll be right back. And hopefully it will have finished the, or rather, I don't know, not have finished. I actually have some of my breakfast still here with yogurt. I'll be right back. We can put on the stream music here. Let's see if the button works.
Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll know the secrets, unlock the code. No limits, no boundaries, no knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream, where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In the stream of knowledge, together we'll grow. Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll know the secrets, unlock the code. No limits, no boundaries, no knowledge will explode.
Yeah, so I will do an IRL stream in a bit then. And by the way, Goblin Scotch. I don't know if you like it. Let's see. So it's 25%, it's kind of quick. We could remove the song. So I ate the rest of my yogurt. I'm not hungry. It wasn't much though. But I can eat more when we get home too. We'll get home at about 16. Ah well. I probably should get something more, but what? Maybe a sandwich. Yeah. Yeah, so 31%. I'll go make a sandwich and put a song on again. I'm listening to it. We should get more songs, right? One of the same song.
Gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring. There's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. Discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll unroll the secrets of the love, the code. No limits, no boundaries, so knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In this stream of knowledge, together we'll grow. Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring. There's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll unroll the secrets of the love, the code. No limits, no boundaries, so knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In this stream of knowledge, together we'll grow.
So, still writing. I would prefer it to be verified right now. So, while we burned this last time, I built with the box. So I guess I'll be eating this time. And listening to the same song again. Maybe we'll, when I'm finished, maybe we'll, if it's still not done, we can make a new song.
Gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring. There's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll unroll the secrets.
hypervisor internals. So this is interesting. I'm curious.
Welcome to my stream where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In this stream of knowledge, together we'll grow.
This is also a free version, so it's interesting. Yeah, so let's remove the desktop. So it'll look the same all the time, right? Except when I'm typing.
Welcome to my stream.
Virtualization is the concept of creating multiple virtual environments from shared physical hardware. This is achieved by abstracting computing resources and allocating portions of these to the environment. Virtualization allows multiple operating systems to run on a physical device, where the operating systems do not interact or conflict with each other. These multiple environments are known as virtual machines, VMS. If you would like to learn more about the concept of virtualization, visit the Virtualization and Containers room. Hosts that provide virtualization are known as hypervisors. Hypervisors are an old concept in computing. In the 1960s, IBM released the first hypervisor that provided full virtualization, the CP40. Since then, the hypervisor landscape and virtualization technology have become sophisticated and even form the backbone of services such as cloud computing. We will discuss this in greater detail in further tasks. These technologies provide many benefits in a modern IT environment, including cost saving. By consolidating what would otherwise be done on multiple machines, money is saved by reducing the physical footprint, i.e. rack space, as well as saving on power and cooling costs by consolidating into one server. High availability, hypervisors can be configured to offload their workload to another hypervisor in case of failover. Additionally, hypervisors typically run on powerful server hardware that often comes with redundancy, such as multiple power supplies and error-checking RAM. Easier management, workloads running on a hypervisor are managed from an admin console. For example, you can directly access the virtual machine via SSH and display it through the admin console. This makes managing considerably easier than, say, 50 separate servers. Scalability, hypervisors typically run on powerful computing devices. Because the resources available to a virtual machine can be controlled on a granular level, virtual machines can be scaled up and down depending on their usage. Moreover, hypervisors make importing and exporting virtual machines easy, such as packaging up a virtual machine as an OVA, Open Virtual Appliance. Learning objectives. Understand how hypervisors work, their types, and why they are used. Discover the hypervisor landscape. The application of hypervisors in a cybersecurity context. Become familiar with the internal components of a hypervisor, as well as how the guest additions that are used to add features to hypervisors can pose a security risk. With that covered, let's delve into these concepts further. Answer the questions below. Click me to complete the task.
Well, let's do this while I eat at least, right? So it started verifying now, 0%. The image.
Hypervisors are divided into two categories, which define their position, abstraction, in relation to the hardware of the physical device. This task will explain these two categories and how they differ from each other. Type 1, bare metal. These types of hypervisors have direct access to a system's physical hardware, don't have to go through another operating system layer, such as Windows or Linux, and are used to run many virtual machines on devices such as servers. Some benefits of Type 1 hypervisors include performance. By having direct access to the hardware, bare metal hypervisors have full control over the available resources and do not have to contend with the overhead of an operating system. Scalability. Type 1 hypervisors often run on powerful servers designed to run a large number of virtual machines. This makes it easy to scale various environments during high workloads. Additionally, Type 1 hypervisors can be clustered, meaning workloads can be distributed amongst each other. Sophistication: these hypervisor offerings are dedicated to performance and reliability and often interact with multiple services, such as the entire vSphere suite, and technologies, such as large data lakes. Moreover, it is possible to include automation with some Type 1 hypervisors. Hypervisors like Hyper-V and VMware ES11 are great examples of Type 1 hypervisors. Additionally, Type 1 hypervisors form the backbone of cloud computing. A diagram depicting the structure of a Type 1, bare metal, hypervisor has been provided below. The architecture of a Type 1 hypervisor. Type 2, hosted. These hypervisors, also known as hosted hypervisors, differ from bare metal, Type 1, hypervisors because they run on top of an existing operating system, such as Windows or Linux. Hosted hypervisors are usually found in small environments, such as developers or end users, where only a small handful of virtual machines are required, such as running Windows on Linux. Examples of hosted hypervisors included VirtualBox and VMware Workstation/Player. You may recognize or use these to run your hacking machine. The benefits of hosted hypervisors include ease of use. These hypervisors are installed on your device the same way you would any other piece of software. Because they run on top of the existing operating system, you are free to use the device for purposes other than running virtual machines and are typically friendlier to use than Type 1 hypervisors. Free offerings: providers such as VirtualBox and, recently, VMware Workstation are free for personal use. This is a great way to get started with hypervisors. On the contrary, bare metal hypervisors often involve complex and expensive licensing schemes. Widely compatible: most hosted hypervisor offerings are cross-platform compatible, meaning they can run on Windows, Linux, and Mac. A diagram depicting the structure of a Type 2, hosted, hypervisor has been provided below.
Yeah, so I'm checking the weather. I'll actually open my window now. So since I've been getting a bit of a throat ache from reading all of it, I'm thinking I will continue TTS though I finished eating. Okay, it's just going through the hypervisors. Okay.
This task will introduce you to the market leaders in hypervisor technology. Hypervisors derive largely from a similar code base, where companies have developed their versioning and products into what they provide today. They often share common features and functionalities, such as snapshotting and guest editions. As you progress throughout the module, you will become more familiar with the hypervisors listed below. Hyper-V. Microsoft's take on virtualization is Hyper-V, which comes in several forms. Traditionally, Hyper-V is a full operating system, for example, Hyper-V Server 2019, which is a Type 1 hypervisor. However, the Hyper-V service can be installed on Windows servers and desktops as a role/feature, such as Pro and Enterprise editions. If installed, the Hyper-V service manages the Windows OS, giving the illusion that it is a Type 2 hypervisor, where, in fact, the Windows desktop is managed by Hyper-V from there on. For example, Hyper-V can be installed on a desktop for WSL2, Windows subsystem for Linux, where the Linux OS runs within a VM on Hyper-V. A picture of the Hyper-V interface. This task will introduce you to the market leaders in hypervisor technology. Hypervisors derive largely from a similar code base, where companies have developed their versioning and products into what they provide today. They often share common features and functionalities, such as snapshotting and guest editions. As you progress throughout the module, you will become more familiar with the hypervisors listed below. Hyper-V. Microsoft's take on virtualization is Hyper-V, which comes in several forms. Traditionally, Hyper-V is a full operating system, for example, Hyper-V Server 2019, which is a Type 1 hypervisor. However, the Hyper-V service can be installed on Windows servers and desktops as a role/feature, such as Pro and Enterprise editions. If installed, the Hyper-V service manages the Windows OS, giving the illusion that it is a Type 2 hypervisor, where, in fact, the Windows desktop is managed by Hyper-V from there on. For example, Hyper-V can be installed on a desktop for WSL2, Windows subsystem for Linux, where the Linux OS runs within a VM on Hyper-V. A picture of the Hyper-V interface. VirtualBox. Oracle's VirtualBox is a popular choice among hypervisors due to its open source, free, and cross-platform nature. This Type 2 hypervisor is usually found on personal devices such as desktops, where only a few virtual machines are expected to run simultaneously. A picture of the VirtualBox interface. VMware ES11. ES11 is a member of VMware's vSphere suite. This Type 1 hypervisor is a popular choice for large-scale virtualization. Especially because of features such as clustering. AES-11 installations on multiple machines can be installed and connected to one another, allowing workloads to be distributed. Automation. AES-11 includes a rich API, allowing the automation of various tasks. For example, automatic snapshotting, VM deployment, and management.
So,
High availability. In the event of an error, failover tasks such as virtual machine restart and offloading are possible within AES-11. A picture of the AES-11 admin web UI. VMware Workstation. VMware Workstation is another hypervisor offering from VMware. Previously requiring the purchase of a license, Broadcom, VMware's owner, made it free for personal use. Workstation is considered a Type 2, hosted, hypervisor and is more feature-rich than alternatives such as VirtualBox because of features such as being able to organize VMS in folders, finer controls over network adapters, 3D graphics, better performance. Additionally, VMware Workstation integrates well with its other products, such as vSphere and ESXi. A picture of the Workstation UI. QEMU. QEMU, also known as Quick Emulator, is another open-source hypervisor. This hypervisor is known for its ability to emulate full systems. For example, QEMU can emulate ARM on an x86_x64 host, making it an ideal platform for emulating different hardware and environments. Additionally, QEMU can be combined with KVM to have near-native performance by executing instructions directly on the host CPU. While QEMU has features of other hypervisors, such as snapshotting, it can be arguably considered less user-friendly since it is used on the CLI. However, with that said, front-end interfaces have been created that can be used. These two technologies, QEMU and KVM, are often used in cloud environments due to their performance and compatibility. A picture of a running QEMU VM. Answer the questions below. What is the name of the hypervisor that can be found as both a Type 1 and Type 2 hypervisor? What is the name of the open-source hypervisor developed by Oracle?
So we're at 64% of verification. So this is trash from work, meaning it's. I will use these for. There was a real long red one. I'm going to make rebuild a computer PSU and put some stuff in there so that you can. I'm going to have several 5 volts out, of course 12 volt out, all of the different voltages that are automatically there, but also have variable ones. So I don't know how many variable ones I'll have yet, but so we had an earth colored one there, cable. These fatter cables, we'll see. So let's see, they're kind of thick, these ones. So I was mostly after these ones. I might throw those out. So what am I gonna use those fat ones for? Yeah, so having a bulk thingy to connect all of the 5 volts to, because there are several outs for 5 volt, right? In the power supply. So I have a power supply that is being modified a bit, but I have several ones. So we'll see. Oh, let's undo this and redo it because it kind of fell apart before I finished. So, let's move it up here so you can see we're almost done. Wrong mouse. So we have 82%, 83 verification. So we'll continue with this room, or maybe I'll just finish it myself later. Theory one is good to just listen to while you're doing other stuff, you know? There. So I have a few gray, long red, black, green and yellow, earth one, and more little blue one. So yeah. So I also had other ones here. Those are a bit fatter. So it's not like you can't use these, they are good. It's just that... So I'm not sure about the materials I'll use, but I'm kind of thinking plexiglass. Or like just plastic. Maybe not clear plexiglass, that wouldn't be nice, right? So you had to think about shielding too, right? So 94%. Yeah, I'm kind of like ready here to start. We have the desktop waiting here. Oh, that's good to know. Green image. What does that mean? It's actually not there. So if we go to my desk, you can see that it's still connected. Oh, yeah, it is still connected. Oh, this was so funny. Did you see that? It's connecting and reconnecting. Now it's connecting. Well, we don't really need it, but this was funny. So, first of all, the phone, it's still up, it's not closed, it's not out of power, overheated, it is awake, but now it's more awake, apparently. So, there. So, kind of like the perfect timing here, right? So, we'll just double check that it is not connected. It's gone. I'll pull it out from the computer. So, we have the Pi. We have the memory card now with no settings, so this requires setup. So there. This one goes into here like this. There. And we have the power button. And let's hop over here before we click. So, click. We have red light. You should start the Kali installation. No, I didn't set anything up before. Meaning it doesn't have a password, doesn't have a name of the machine. It shouldn't fail stuff. So welcome to GNU Linux Rolling. So I'm just answering the questions. Hostname set 2. Kali Raspberry Pi. Okay. So this tells me we should have gone with the normal image. I don't want it to set anything. This is good to test because last time I installed Kali on the Raspberry Pi, I did not go this way, I just downloaded the image. I don't want it to do anything automatically. It is setting the name of the host. I want the installation. To GUI installation, normal. So we're learning stuff, but we won't have to do it third time. We won't have time to do it third time. So, that's annoying. I can really import it now. While it's doing its thing there, let's actually do this. So add, so you don't miss stuff if you want to see it. Add scene. No. We have to go studio mode, left screen. Scene. So it's doing stuff. I don't want it to do stuff automatically. I don't want it to. We will use another burn program and do the Kali image manually and do a normal installation of Kali, not this. Well, so let's see, I'm just getting up the source scene for HTML there. So failed startup manager, freezing execution. So anyway, I added a tiny bit of it there. So we're going to go back. I think I had Kali up and then it closed it, so let's reopen. Yeah, so it was already here. So we'll do this instead. I'll leave it going there. We want to have control. We don't want any automatic stuff. I don't like automatic stuff. I want to do it myself. And this is what I don't like about Kali site. It just hops to the next section. If you just wanted to see what's this end, and then it hops. And especially there. So I can't just scroll back down. If I go back, yeah. I'm confused. Like, right? So I cancelled the download last time. I shouldn't have. Already, we probably have it there. It's not changed the version, so we can just cancel it again. Now let's go to this place. Kali Linux 2024. So oh, I'm typing on the wrong keyboard. Kali Linux. So I have the image. Right, and let's see. We can do this. So flash from file, let's see if it can read it. It's actually C downloads, meaning downloads. And well, now we have the full thing here anyway. Though it's here. So it seems to be able to read this format. It's just slow. And then we need to put it in there again. And we need to do another burn. Let's test this first. I don't want to abort it, but I'm not going to stay with this. By the way, we can see that this is not at the edge as the other one is. It was straight here at the edge, so that's why we kept the corner here. The other one. And I'm trying to point on the screen and I can't, of course, because I'm just pointing on my preview. Well, this is boring, right? So, let's see if we go to my OBS and I'll preview the other screen instead. Then I can see what it does on my right screen, meaning you can too. Well, you can't. Because it breaks. That's so annoying. So why would it do that automatically? I don't want it to change my... When I change my program screen, I don't want it to change my preview one. Maybe there's a setting for that. But the one that was the program automatically hops to the preview one. And I think that's horrible. Right? I don't want this. Yeah, right. So that's what you see here. It's covered with the black stuff. So let's go to settings and see if we can find the setting while we wait. And I have to leave soon. So, like 5-10 minutes more. So functionality of how program and preview works. Where would we see this? This is projectors. This might be useful because I always open two, but I might want to sometimes, so I open the same one again on the same screen because it's underneath. I don't want them to be always on top though. I want to be able to drag stuff on top of them when I need that screen for something else. Source alignment. Output. So it's very random here. About the dialogue stream start. And then the projectors, which was related to what we want to find here. The preview. Hide overflow. Overflow always visible. Show overflow. Draw safe areas. Show pixel alignment. So what I want to do with the preview is to actually run videos and stuff. That's what I would want to do. I want a check mark here. Run videos in preview too. Even if they're not running on the main screen. So I think I actually have this now because I'm previewing it. So usually when I don't have a preview up, it doesn't show. So if you preview the preview, that changes the functionality. Because you want to see what it will look like fully, not just half of the way. Transition to scene. When double clicked. Enable portrait vertical layout. Multi-view. Click to switch between scenes. Show scene names. Draw safe areas. Multi-view layout. Oh, that's the multi-view thing. Okay, get it what it is now. Theme. stream. And there's lots of stuff you can't change while you're actually using it, right? So we don't want that anyway. We don't want audio. We want actually the functionality of the preview. So I guess we're ending up at advanced. Process priority. Okay, the process of OBS itself. So I've never had any problem with it. It just crashes sometimes, you know? Maybe if I increase this to like high, it won't crash when I do stuff in the VM or something else, or like have Discord up at all. I'm curious, have I had a crash since I made these changes? I don't know. So I removed a lot of browser sources that I wasn't using. Not a lot, but a few. I removed like double things. So I think the computer is like stuck. Has it updated anything recently? It's like stuck there, right? We're at the end of this here, so network sources hotkeys. Yeah, so nothing about the functionality of the preview pane, and about the program not hopping to this place. And I guess there's no right click here, right? So what is this then? Look, swap after transitioning. This is what I don't want. We found the setting. It was there. And it's not selected. And duplicate scene. Duplicate sources. So I don't know what this is yet. But if I click another scene now. Let's go to my right one. And let's go back to my left one. And it's keeping the preview as a preview. That's great. Because here, this is actually my preview of another scene. And it works now, actually. I can show you stuff on this now. Instead of having... So, as you can see here, this one is still here in the preview. Which makes it possible for me to actually point at things on the scene. So, this is nice. This is good. We got what we wanted. But I don't think this will boot. I don't know why. I mean, the Pi people made this, right? I'm clicking a few times here. So, but now I can point at stuff and, oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, look, here's the Pi. Look, the light is on. Yeah, you can see my mouse pointer over the preview. This is nice. Nice, nice. I can close the preview here if I want to, but... Could I seriously preview the preview? Or it's just moving it. So if I do it here... Yeah, so I have two previews identical now. And now we can draw on this one because it's odd. Yeah. So yeah, we're previewing a program, not preview, on my other screen. That's why it got odd with the mouse. So if I again do preview of the normal one, I switch to my right screen, which is the preview. Now I can mouse over it without problems, because it's a preview. It's not the actual what's sent. So if I were to have this preview the program with this, it would draw on it. That would be funny too. It's like several steps of broken logic there. Yeah, so this doesn't seem to work. It's not just me not wanting this. And I can. Can I type here? No. Let's give it another restart, right? So let's see, it's off. I turn it on, the red light goes on there. So imagine this was the only thing we knew how to do and we wanted to get Kali started. So, my kid said he might want something later when I asked him for food, and now it's 30 minutes until we leave, so while we give this another try, I will go and check if he wants something to eat. There. So we're stuck at the same place, right? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I don't know why though. Why it just stops. I don't think it should take that much time. Let's do the real thing instead of this, right? So let's get rid of this. I still have my preview up there. So actually, there. Right, so first we turn it off. And then we... Ha! I got it out! So... let's put it back here. And let's put it back in my computer. So there. And now we can select the target. So now we're doing Kali here. Here we have, I think this is also a nice list. It calls it a large drive, 200 gigs. Well, yeah, it's hiding the system drive as default. It's also the source drive. It can't override itself. It can. Can it? No. So, a bit sweaty every time, even though I've done it so many times, you know. So, let's flash. You're about to reset an unusually large drive. Well, yeah, I'm sure. So, this is not even visible as a button. They want to make sure here, right? Alright, so maybe they should check, like, so it's in there, right? So a bit of an ad for the Pro version. It's your Pro. So it syncs 14 minutes. Yeah, so I'm kind of ready to go. I'll leave in 20 minutes. I'll go check my kid's food because he wanted food. I told him he was like, Linus, det pipar. Linus, kom.
Symmetric says riff raff
18
inbound.
raiders from B7H30 have
B7H30
joined.
tall Tomb Raid B7H30 pizza shake B7H30 pizza shake B7H30 pizza shake B7H30 rev shell roll B7H30 pizza shake B7H30 pizza shake B7H30 pizza shake B7H30 rev shell roll B7H30 pizza shake B7H30 pizza shake B7H30 pizza shake B7H30 rev shell roll B7H30 pizza shake B7H30 pizza shake B7H30 pizza shake B7H30 rev shell roll B7H30 pizza shake B7H
So
B7H30 says, but is that second live TTS?
No, it's not. You using it again? For me, it's not reconnecting. I removed it from my
B7H30 says, speaker bot.
Yeah, so it's SpeakerBot. So let's see. It doesn't get the messages, as you can see. Apparently this one got through. Maybe I have to check settings and stuff. But it should get the normal messages, you know? I have not reapproved it.
B7H30 says I gotta connect with you on SpeakerBot.
Okay. Yeah, but Nori
Smetric
said that
says
this
and
works
adds
now.
equals. Smetric
Oh.
says have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Well, thanks so much for rating.
B7H30 says laters though. Have a great stream.
Yeah, you hope you had a great stream. So I'm soon actually leaving myself, but we'll see if this will have time to finish first. I should like prepare for going away, drive my kids to school at 1:15. So, but then I will have at 14 a IRL stream. So we'll see what happens. So we've been messing about making this scene here. That's the output of the pie here, right? So we've been building a bit of that today while waiting mostly. So I used the Raspberry Pi imager here. And first we did Kali with the settings. And I apparently mistyped the password, or it was just not a good thing to do. But you can do this, Pi 4. We want to do, since we tested Kali now, so we want to do Kali 64-bit. And then when you have chosen storage, I'm not going to do it. You get settings. And we did settings and tested that one. Then the next time we cleared the settings and burned it just, and it didn't start. The first one we failed to get the right password. So I really also wanted, when I cleared the settings, I was assuming I would get the normal Kali installation, because that's what I got last time when I did this. So now we're going to do the normal Kali setup, because when you use the Raspberry Pi burner there for the SSD, then you get it installs it at, what does it say, Kali Raspberry Pi. It said the name and everything, but then it stopped. So I left it for, I'm sure, 5 minutes and didn't do anything more. So let's hope this one is quick, because I have to leave in like 20 minutes, something like that. So if we are lucky, we can see the start of the installation at least. I don't think I'll finish it too in that time. It will probably want to verify, but we can just skip that. So let's just make it flash it all. It's kind of interesting though that it takes such much time, I think. It is... What was it? How big is the image? Let's see. So, it doesn't say here. I aborted this or the download because I noticed it says 1. The first time abort was to, oh right, we have the Raspberry Pi app. And then I was like, oh alright, we have a 1 there. We already have it downloaded. So no new version since I did it last. Come on now. We have 8 minutes here. Yeah, so while I was waiting, I found this one of the new rooms. We were testing TDSing this hypervisor internals bits. So we could go to the next bit. So hypervisor cybersecurity. Right, yeah, you can see that on my preview. I still have a preview up. I found this nice setting actually in OBS that I didn't notice. Here, this is what swaps it. So this preview is always replaced, but I want it to be this one, and I have it previewed on the screen so that when I switch now to my right screen, I can point at stuff on the Raspberry Pi output. This is very nice, right? Yeah, so the mic is over the Pi. So today I got these boxes. This is the delivery that arrived today. So we have put them in. They have these nice, it's all aluminium, and there's like an aluminium bits going down to the ships, and those are these cooling right here. So, and there's extra screws too and everything, so it's very nice. So this can be there among my servers if it wants to. So this is the one that's installed as a honeypot. So it'll probably go externally in testing. See what ends up here outside my firewall. I'll have to see if I can get like, I don't think I'll get 2 IPs. Anyway, so very nice box. It's very cool, all aluminium. Let's do with something that's metal instead. So you can hear the metal. You know, when you order from AliExpress, it might just come and be plastic instead of aluminium, right? You never know. But it's nice, have a lot of weight. So I used to have my pies in these boxes that they arrived in. So
VR_Mechatronics says I am back. Hello Weavers.
Hi.
How are you all feeling today?
So we have to test stuff with this one too. I'll check into my alright, viewers. How's viewers? What? Okay, it's viewers. So welcome back, VR. I'm a bit like, what will we have time for? Will this finish? Yeah. So my kid's eating. Let's just try and be a bit efficient, and let's actually take another look at this. So apparently I am not logged in as Fixit42 here. So it's very odd that it doesn't connect. So I threw it out of my Twitch. Here, the list of things. So if we update this page now. Come on, oh, F5ing the pike.
VR_Mechatronics says I can't write with 10 fingers. When I write quickly I switch the letters around. Cypher Enigma says, oh god, I just realized that's an ISO KB. You really are European.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, so ISO. Okay, so what? So these letters are not very common, right, in American keyboards. So you have the Swedish keyboard letters. Yeah, and I also always have problems with, let's see, the dash and stuff, right? Because you have them in other places. There's my \. So this is why I have a problem with the virtual machine that we had that had American keyboard. I'm like, what? What am I supposed to do now? So we've updated those. Let's see if we have the TTS in here somewhere. So Sammy
VR_Mechatronics says I changed the palm rest in my laptop to American Smile.
Oh, okay. So we have marbles there too. We could do marbles sometime. I don't know if I even have it installed. Probably. But there's no TTS here. No TTS.
Cypher Enigma says interesting. I've never used ISO. I kinda like the placement of grave/tilde.
Okay, yeah. So the problem is, if you're typing here, if you want this, the home character, you have to do Alt-GR, right? Because it's in the corner here. And it's the same with backslash. You have to do this.
Cypher
else?
Enigma says OOE.
At character 2. And that is that pounds? Don't
VR
ask me.
underscore mechatronics says keyboard is only one original US ow yaya.
Yeah, but I like Swedish keyboard. I'm kind of used to it since I was tiny. I guess they used the same on typewriters before, right? They probably did. A long time ago. So let's see. Oh yeah, let's go back to this. So we're 92%, and I've two. So pi, and it's not easy to see the difference of these. So this is a pi actually, and this is a pi. This is my keyboard. So I've been typing a lot today on this keyboard instead by mistake. But I would love for the real TTS to work again, right? And every time I shake a window like this, it's all minimized, everything, even OBS. So OBS, Firefox was minimized. Let's check this again, 96, and then we have this. So the RAID message got here for some reason, but it should even be able to see chat even if I'm not logged into it, right? So if I do a test message here on
VR underscore
keyboard,
mechatronics says I really don't understand why the European countries haven't learned to use Alt for the third row of regional letters. In Poland they use American keyboards with right Alt, it makes life much easier. Fixit42 says test.
Okay, yeah. I know you're Polish, so of course that's your like native then to use that. But for me, it's not the native way to do it. I guess I could learn to use American keyboard, but we use these letters a lot, you know. We have special characters. It's not like just a dash or something on them. By the way, let's actually...
Sullivan GFX says at VR underscore mechatronics in Spain we have to use in tilde and AEEOU acute.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So you could kind of easily type those with the just using. So I'm thinking you can see my keyboard, but you can't. So let's go this. So I'm like thinking there's no character for the ring over a letter, right? Or maybe 2 dots exists, but I don't see the ring anyway.
VR underscore
Our
mechatronics
all
says
character.
right Alt give me 5 languages in one US keyboard.
Yeah.
Sullivan GFX says oh.
Yeah, but let's do this one. Can you do this one with an American keyboard easily? So maybe I should switch.
Sullivan GFX says no haha.
Yeah, so it's a bit hard
VR
to
underscore
to
mechatronics
try.
says yes, I have it.
You have it VR. Okay, sure. So do you have any of those characters in Poland? I know you have a lot of letters, like lines on top of under maybe. We could do like wrong mouse again.
VR underscore
So I'm thinking
mechatronics
it
says
might
Alt
be
plus.
finished. Oh, it flash failed. The flash failed. That's interesting. Okay. So I will be evil and will try starting on it anyway, because, you know, why not? Let's just see that this did eject the drive.
Noriko Neko says could confuse more with my Japanese keyboard layout Noriki 1 Boba.
Oh you have a Japanese keyboard. Oh my god. Yeah, but it's less like an American with like hiragana on it or something too. I'm curious to see one of those. You'll have to show me.
Noriko Neko
Nori.
says a ring.
Oh. Yeah. So that's an A ring. What does it say about this? Oh, wrong keyboard.
Fixit42 says a ring.
Yeah, it says A ring. Why does it say A ring? It's because it's a bad TTS, right? A ring. Yeah, let's close this. Let's actually close this one too. And yeah, you're not seeing my desktop anyway.
Noriko Neko says because a with a ring on it, just like Beyonce says you must do if you like it. Noriki Wanuwu.
So we have the button here. I'm pulling the memory card from the computer. It failed the burn. There, I got it out. So let's put it in the Pi. So there, it's in the right spot. Powering it on. And I have to leave in 1 minute. Not leave in 1 minute, prepare to leave. I have this times for my kids. So it doesn't find the SD card. I'm not surprised after that failed burn. Let's actually boot it on this one. Right?
Producer
Just
Wolf
to
says
see
love
some
you.
more output.
Producer Wolf says less than. Producer Wolf says 3.
Hi, Producer Wolf.
Producer Wolf says less than 3.
So now we're actually putting a card in on this screen. I wanted to see what it looks like, if it does find anything. If I click the escape
Producer
key now,
Wolf says 1 step away from mental hospital.
What? That doesn't sound good. So I think it will boot when you click that, right? Because we tested before.
Producer
and it
Wolf
was
says I
going
be
for-
good. Producer Wolf says less than 3.
So
Producer Wolf
how are
says
you?
thank you.
Are you okay, Producer Wolf? I hope you're
Producer
okay.
Wolf says no lol. Producer Wolf says I need help.
Okay, can I do anything for you? Can I help
Producer
you in any
Wolf
way?
says my doctor is concerned. Producer Wolf says be happy.
Yeah.
Producer Wolf says less than 3.
Yeah, I try to spread love through the camera. So always lots of love.
Producer
We
Wolf
have-
says you are most wonderful person.
Oh, thank you.
Producer Wolf says just know that. Fixit42 says
Sending
Fixit42
love
love
all the ways I can
Fixit42
here.
love Fixit42 love. Producer Wolf says you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, so I'm here. You know, if you want to just call on Discord or whatever and talk a bit, you can just send me a message.
Producer Wolf
right?
says yes.
Yeah.
Producer Wolf
can do
says
that.
RN.
Okay, sure. So I'm going to drive my kid to school in.
Producer Wolf says
One- minute
https://discord.gg/min277
you can see my
cz.
Discord link. If you can click it, I can't join any more Discords. I'm at the max. Sorry.
Producer Wolf says sure.
So join it and send me a message.
VR
on there,
underscore
and we'll
mechatronics
talk,
says
okay?
at Producer Wolf no mib
Yeah,
heart
we
no
can
mib
talk
heart
while
no
I'm
mib
while I'm
heart.
driving. Yeah. So I'm going to raid someone, and then I will talk to Producer Wolf. We'll see. Okay. This is boating, and it's failing.
Sullivan GFX says why are you using a Raspberry Pi? Producer Wolf says take care of you and your kids. Producer Wolf says only thing you need to do now.
So
Producer
I'm
Wolf
playing
says
with a
less than
Raspberry
3.
Pi. So we're going to test different stuff, but this one has a. or
Noriko
rather, it
Neko
had the
says
SD
at
card
Producer
for the
Wolf look
honeypot.
after yourself please Noriki one pat.
Yeah, so Producer Wolf, I can talk to you. It's fine. I can do it while I'm driving my kid. Okay? Sure?
Producer
just
Wolf
do a
says no
raid.
no. Producer Wolf
Okay,
says
no.
PLS don't.
Okay, we can talk
Producer
later
Wolf
today.
says that's dangerous.
Yeah, but I'm not using my mouth and ears to
Producer
drive.
Wolf says make sure
using
our
my
kids are
eyes.
all right.
Yeah, my kids are alright. They're good. Yeah. But I was planning to have a stream at 14. We can talk on Discord. Connect with me there and send me a message. Okay? Do that.
Producer Wolf says do it after your kids. Producer Wolf says fine. Producer Wolf
sure.
says I can
You
wait.
said right now, so I think it might be important too. But just do it. So we have here, there's no one online. Let's go check Twitch.
Producer Wolf says Produke86 love.
Yeah, always. If I can help, I will help, okay? So, let's just read someone quickly who's online. Let's do Togglebit. It was the right keyboard too. Right, and we need to mute us. So, let's raid. And I will probably be streaming at 14, we'll see. Raid.
VR_Mechatronics says at Producer Wolf I make good program what you think. https://i.imgur.com/kxkc9el.png.
Nice. So the raid is created. Let's also send a link to YouTube, right? Because we're multi-streaming to both. So let's send it here. So thank you everybody for being here, and I might continue this Raspberry Pi project later. We'll see. It all depends on what happens in life. We have this SD card that didn't burn correctly that we need to redo. I don't know why Belen actually failed. I don't think I've seen that before. Maybe it's because it's such a big drive. This is 200. We can do with tinier cards. I've a few SD cards. So, thank you everybody for being here, and see you. And maybe hear you, Producer Wolf. At least chat. Let's type on Discord. So, bye everybody. I'm clicking the raid now.
How you doing? How is your stream? Yeah, this one is definitely fine. That one's fine. Can it? Because yes, it can. Doing good, VR. How you doing? Disregard any state value of any numerical type into a U64. That is wrong. Into a U size. So... yeah, so I would mention that this thing truncates as well. Alright, have a good one, fix it. Thank you for the raid.